Chief Executive is Erik Nyheim, and he joins me from Oslo. So I looked at this in some detail, and it is complicated, very much so, between the getting the stuff out the ground, converting it into gas, putting it on a boat, taking it across the ocean, and then you have these offshore terminals. How do they actually increase or reduce the reliance on Russia?
So that's right, and thanks for having me. So what really happens is that the floating terminals that we provide are an important part of the LNG value chain. So what happens is that at the production side, the natural gas is cooled down and compressed into liquefied LNG. Mm-hmm. It's then transported on ships across the oceans. And on the import side, it's the vessels connect to our floating terminals, pump the LNG into our storage tanks, and then we heat it back into natural gas and feed it into the grid line system in Germany. And it's used for heating homes and powering industry. And it's this floating terminal which then has been the bottleneck in Europe and particularly Germany. And what they do is really provide access to a global LNG market.
So how much will this allow the increase of LNG through these terminals? Because over the last year, I've seen numerous maps and graphs that really show it's a shortage of these terminals that's prevented more LNG coming, say, from the United States.
That's right. So we were quite proud when the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, in his New Year speech to the German people, mentioned our LNG terminal Hoegh Esperanza. And we've been very impressed with the German government, who in a very short period of time have initiated at least 8 different terminal projects, 2 of them land-based and 6 floating terminals. And together with our partners, RWE, Deutsche Regas, Total, and Uniper, we will deliver the 3 first LNG terminals into Germany. The first one was opened in Wilhelmshaven just before Christmas. The 2 next ones will be opened in a matter of weeks in Brunsbüttel and Lubmin. And combined, they will have a capacity of 20 billion cubic meters. So that's approximately a third of what Germany imported from Russia in 2021.
So I just want to jump in, if I may just jump in. The related issue, though, of course, is this vast expenditure on these termini. What happens when the reduction takes place and Germany is no longer so reliant? Are these terminals able to assist, for example, Hungary and other places where there will be a reliance for longer?
So that's why we believe that floating terminals, which are essentially ships, to be fantastic assets. They, for several reasons. So first of all, they can be deployed very quickly. So the first one in Wilhelmshaven, we delivered within 10 months together with our partners. They're also very flexible, so they can basically be removed when you don't need them anymore, or they can be relocated to another place, or they can be replaced. And they're also cost effective. So we estimate they're 40–50% lower cost than land-based terminals. So absolutely, they have a great flexibility to be used in different places and provide access.
Is there an obsolescence built into this, bearing in mind we are reducing fossil fuel demand? Therefore, or do you see there'll always be a need for these terminals?
Well, in Europe, definitely the use of natural gas will be reduced, and the peak year was probably last year. But the pipeline gas will see the biggest reduction. So actually, when you look at the liquefied natural gas share, it will increase, and LNG will increase probably over the next 10 years. So while natural gas will come down, the LNG share will still be very important. And that's because the production through the pipelines will be reduced, and then particularly replacing the Russian gas.
That's fascinating. I mean, this is the real solution in a sense. For the last year, we've heard constantly about the inability to provide more LNG to take up the Russian slack. And this seems to be at least a substantial part of that answer.
So, I mean, a great example is Lithuania. Back in 2012, the then president and government decided that they could no longer be reliant on Russian gas. So they launched a tender, and since 2014, our vessel, which was named, with the becoming name Independence, was operational since 2014. And there were people cheering and waving flags and marching bands, etc. When it arrived, it was almost celebrated like an Independence Day. And today, Lithuania is completely energy independent and are also providing gas to neighboring countries, such as Poland and Latvia.
I need to come up and see some of these floating terminals for the future. During the year, we'll see what we can sort out. Thank you, sir. Very grateful to have you on the